Vicky here with you, and I'm here to share with you some wonderful happy mail from my friend Manda, and I will be putting down in the description box below the link to her channel in case you don't know her. If you love any like inks and you love fountain pens, you probably already know her, but just in case, I will include that in the description box below so you can actually go and check her out. And so I was telling Manda that I asked a group of fountain pen friends about the Edison, the Purple Rain pen, and because I saw it used on one of the fountain pen groups that I am part of on Facebook, and it seemed to be a good deal, good price. So I asked if they knew anything about the Edison pens, because like they're pretty, but I didn't know anything about them. And so the other people didn't seem to really know them except Manda. And Manda said, yes, I've got that pen, and it's really, really awesome, and I'll just send it to you. So I said, well, no, there's no way you can just send it to me. You're gonna have to, and by the way, there was tissue paper in this and I removed it. That's why they're going around like that. So I said, there's no way, like you need to make up a price and I will send you the money for it, but I'm not just taking your pen. And so we argued back and forth and finally decided on a price which was still a steal. I was still getting a super good deal, but at least I felt like it was a little bit more fair. And lo and behold, I get this box, which I knew from the start that Manda was probably gonna send samples. But look at that. I mean, there's 17 samples of inks in here, which includes the ink charger here of Ferris Wheel Press. So it's insane. And then when I opened it up, there was 2 pens. So there's this gorgeous beauty, which is the Purple Rain ring, that I just love. It's a special edition for the spring edition of 2018, which is why like you really need to find it used. And oh my god, I love that pen so much. I kept seeing it on Instagram and I was just so in love with it. And so when I found it used, I was like, oh, I need that pen in my life. I just didn't think it was going to come from Manda. But yeah, I'm just so happy that she was willing to let it go. I like, honestly, I don't know how she could just let it go because it's just so stunning. Yeah, obsessed. And then she sent this one, which is another Edison. This one is from the summer edition of 2017. I don't know the name of that one. I need to figure it out. Did she mention it? No, she didn't mention the name. But I'm sure that it has a name because they all do. And it has purple and blue, and it's just, oh my god, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And like such a generous gift, like just insane. That's what I say. That's what I wrote to her. So obviously these 2 pens complete the lineup of my pens for the month of September. So I've got all my purple pens now. Some were already ordered and on their way. Like I have a beautiful sailor pen that is my wedding anniversary, for my 25th wedding anniversary, which is on August 10th. And so I asked, there was this pen that I really love. It has sparkles in it, and I just yeah, I fell in love with it. Definitely a very expensive pen, but I have never had sailor pens, so I don't know the hype about them. But yeah, so I've got a few pens like that are on their way, but these 2 finished the lineup, and I've got my 30 pens that I can use in the month of September. So I'm very, very excited to share this with you guys, and I think you're gonna love. I've got all kinds of different pens, all kinds of different price points, and I think it's just gonna be a lot of fun, and it's gonna give me a reason to use all purple pens, which purple is just, yeah. So what Manda did is she included the ink charger of the latest release, which is the Dusk in Bloom, the Main Street Marmalade, and the Edwards Garden. And I so wanted to purchase this, but then when I got the Ohio River as a gift, I was like, well, I definitely don't need to purchase the Edward Garden because of the fact that it's so close, or it seems to be so close. But then, yeah, I didn't try it. I had never tried it, so now I get to try it. And all these little baggies I'm gonna keep, because when I send out inks to other people, this way, just like Manda did, it protects them from spilling all over. So she super generously sent all the Sailor inks, samples of all the Sailor 56 that she has. So I'm super excited because I don't have those inks, and so it's gonna be so much fun to be able to swatch them out and to possibly, well, we'll see the colors. And possibly use some of these in the month of September. Like, I've got a feeling that this one, yeah, the Tremendous Magic Dragon, which is supposed to have a smell, is definitely purple. So that I can put in one of my pens for the month of September. And then the others, what I might do is use them in the month of November, I guess. I don't know yet. I'm not that far off. It's just taking me all my everything I had just to figure out what I was gonna do for the month of September. So I'm not into what is gonna go on in November yet. And I was thinking I could do all teals, but I think it's going to depend on how I enjoyed or didn't enjoy the month of September doing all purple. If I don't enjoy it, I will probably not be doing this again. Like, I'll probably vary my inks more, and then maybe I can use these because there's a lot of samples here. And I had Jen had sent me some samples as well. I could use those. We shall see. So I'm very, very curious about these. I've seen Manda's swatching them, and some seem to be amazing colors, but it's going to be nice to see them in person, because then maybe I'm going to decide that I need some in my life. But Sailor inks are kind of pricey, I find. Like, they're really nice, but I don't know. Maybe I'm cheap. That might be it. Okay, so we've got this. Got the big book. And I feel like I want to finish off this page. So we'll continue, and I want to finish off this here because it's almost done. I've got another one underneath, and then we've got this here that we can write on. And this is my traveler's notebook because I always swatch them as well in there, because this is the little book that I carry everywhere. and that I can see all my my different inks and the colors and choose how stuff is gonna go. Okay, I think I'm kind of organized, kind of. So let's start off with the Ferris wheel press. I love these little things. I discovered that they are actually like little batteries. So you've got the little plus and the little minus. So they're like little batteries. And it's really cool that now they've put the initials, because the previous set that I had, there was no initials. Oh, there's shimmer in this one. That's Edward's Garden. Okay, so we'll do the shimmer last. We'll do these two first. I'll do this one first because it's the one that is probably the least interesting to me. Just because I'm not that much of a fan of paler colors and more orangey colors, I should say. So this is Ferris wheel press, and it's a sample. Manda, and it's the Main Street Marmalade. Yeah, definitely not the type of colors that I would usually go for. I find that it's a bit too, I'm gonna end up making a disaster here, and I'm not sure that this can hold it. I do have this little thing here. Can that hold it? Oh yeah. Less chance of me making a disaster. But then of course I can't dip it. So so this is Ferris wheel press. So this is going to be a long video. If you're not into inks and ink swatching, then maybe you're not going to be happy with this video. I just love looking at colors, and when people just swatch them, and just makes me happy. So yeah, and I need my trusty towel. I don't know why I did that. I need it open for the next stuff, and I've got stuff everywhere. Oh my god, I'm so looking forward to having a proper space. Okay, so it's really pale. Definitely, like I said, not the type of ink that I would go for. It's pretty, but yeah, not something I would actually spend money on. So there's that one. Then I'm gonna go with the Dust in Bloom, because that's that's a pretty blue, but it's not the one that has my heart, which is the teal, the Edward Garden. That one I know I'm gonna love. So actually, let's do the swatching first. I prefer doing this part first, just because I get to put exactly the spacing on my and it's a very small brush, so that's not helping me. The thing is, it's a very small container, so you need to have a very small brush to be able to get into it. Okay, so put that there. So this is Ferris oil press, and it's the Dusk. I love that Manda provided a list of all the inks. Makes it so much easier, because I've got the name and I didn't have to look up their proper name. It's pretty blue, but it's very pale, and yeah, not necessarily. It's showing up darker here with the because of the fact that the paper is so yellow. The Rhodia paper is always very yellow. I love writing with it, but yeah, definitely yellow. I don't know if there's some that's not yellow. I need to look that up. Like, that's less cream. So got a feeling like that might have been a pretty color to put in my Faber-Castell loom, which was pale blue. Because if you know me, you know that I totally need to match my inks and my pens. It's just how I roll. And put this aside. And then the next one, which this one has some shimmer in it. So it's gonna be fun. Trying to find another brush because I'm gonna run out of brushes. Oh, that's pretty. Now I'm very curious to compare it with the other ink, like the Ohio River from Birmingham. I'm very curious to see the two together. And to see if they're really close or not. They're not close. That would just especially since this one has shimmer in it. Ugh. But of course, if it looks a lot like Emerald de Shiva, it's also not, you know, I don't really need it in my life if it's so close, because of the fact that I've got the other one. This is so my type of ink. And it's funny how this one writes so much longer. Than the other ones that I had to dip so many times. So pretty. Okay, so this one is going to be a joy, but I'm probably going to hoard it. Knowing me. Okay, so now we can try all the beautiful Sailor inks that she sent along. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely not enough. I've got another set here. These are I purchased at the dollar store for $2. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I need 2 more. Okay. So now we have plenty, so we should be good. And we shall get going. It's just so much fun to swatch inks. Oh, I can't even begin to tell you how fun I find it. So this is Sailor Oregon. Hopefully I'm probably not pronouncing right at all, but oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's a very pretty green. I love that green. It's so rich. Beautiful. Okay, so this is Sailor Studio. Sailor, yeah, 50 states. It's a sample from Manda. And it's Oregon. Wonderful. I will be sharing all of them when I'm finished. Oops. pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so we'll move that one over. So we've got them. So this one is Virginia. And I'm clearly not going into any proper order. Very deep red, orangey color. Okay, and then this is, say, under 50 states, Virginia, Soho, Manda. So fun. And it's so fun to be able to see them and not necessarily purchase all of them, because not all of them would be my cup of tea. So this is New York. Oh, that's pretty. Oops. Put that there. I love doing this so much. It just brings so much joy to swatch. I could do this all day probably. Whoa, that was not good. How did that happen? I had a baby wipe at some point in my life around here. Oh, there it is. And 31st of July 2021. Okay, so I think this page is pretty much done. It's gonna be perfect for making art. And we're gonna go with the next one. Whoops! Then this is Sailor, the California. Oh, it's such a stunning teal. So beautiful. Oh, this color is amazing. Yeah, amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful. I could probably not write Sailor 50 States on all of them, but I don't know. I started it and finish doing it. My hands are getting covered. It's a good thing Jen sent me this. So this is Sailor Colorado. Because I didn't have one that was big enough to hold all of these samples. Oh, this one is going to be part of my month of September. Oh yes. And that might be an ink that I need to get. That in California. I really like Oregon as well. Beautiful. Yeah, one of the things too that I'm wondering about my purple is that do I reuse some of the ones that I used in the month of June if they're purples? Is that okay? There's no real rules, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know how I feel about that. Should I go with new ones, or is it okay to reuse? Because obviously I still have some little samples from but I don't have all of them, because some of them I gave to my dad knowing that I would probably purchase the ink. So I gave the little bottle of the little cult bottle. Oh, that's perfect for Florida. Like, it makes me think of oranges. It's a strange combination with the purple and the teal, but and I'm not sure that you can even see me anymore. Kind of stuck because I can't really move this much further without making a mess. Hopefully you're going to be able to see enough of it. And then the next one is Illinois. I'm not sure how to describe this one. It's a bluish purplish color. Here it seems more blue. Depends, I guess, on how much you put on. How thin you put it on versus thick. I won't do the comparisons because it's going to take forever, and the Amanda has done such wonderful comparison that I think you should go and check her out if you want to see what these colors look like compared to others. She's also, I mean, like, she has so many, it's just insane. Samples, I mean, so she has a lot that she can compare to. Hands are so messy. Oh my god. I don't know how long it's gonna take for this to disappear. I think it's gonna take a while. Okay, then we've got Texas, which I'm very anxious to see because I heard so much about that one. I've seen so many good things about that one. I think if there's a brown that I would like, it would be that one. That's how I feel. That because it seems like such a beautiful brown one. It's a gorgeous brown. And I made a mess of my brush. Oh well. Ah, stunning. I will show you all the different inks after. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. They're all really pretty. So this is Pennsylvania. Feels like a grayish blue. Very pretty, but not necessarily one that I would feel I need to have. I just realized I didn't put any, whoa, I'm putting water on this. I'm messing up the title. And I managed to make drips everywhere. Yeah, I'm a bit messy. It's like when I'm making any type of crafting. If you follow me in my crafting endeavors, you will know that I'm a messy crafter. It's just the way I roll. So this is Alaska. Oh, pretty. It's a teal also. Feels like a little bit teal, but much more pale blue. Versus the dark like that. Okay, so and we're pretty much at the end of that page, so I think I will do this here. Move this over and use this side to finish it off, even though it's gonna mess up a bit the underneath, but oh well, too bad. Same thing here, I'll probably do the same because I'm running out of space, because that's a whole lot of samples. So this is Idaho, and that's a brown. It's a very rich brown. What happened there? This is going to be one that's going to be ready to go as well once I finish the swatching, I should say. So this is Sailor, 50 States, Idaho, sample, and the other side. Okay, so I was able to use the little leftover ink on that. So we've got 3 left, 2 States and 1 Atramentus. The Atramentus. So this one is Sailor Washington. It. You would think that I would get better at doing this since I'm doing the same thing over and over again, but I guess not. Washington. we've got Maryland. I wasn't expecting this color. I don't know why. Because I'm pretty sure I saw all of them being swatched, but I don't know. There's definitely not enough purples in the series of 50 states. Okay, so we finished with all the 50 states. The last ink that we have is the scented one, and it's the Atramentus Magic Dragon, which I have a feeling I'm gonna love. But I've never had a scented ink, so I don't know how that is. I don't know how they smell. I know nothing of that sort of ink. It smells like Sharpies. That's what it makes me think of. I'd be curious to know what other people think of that smell. What does it remind you of? I feel like it really smells of Sharpies. Okay, so this is definitely complete. It's gonna be wonderful. So this is the first time I have one of those. Mantis Magic Dragon, and it's scented. Whoops, there's a C. Sample. Manda. Yeah, this one is definitely going to go into my month of September. Just barely not enough. Now I've put way too much. Oh well. So yeah, I'm curious to know what you think of that smell, if you know it. So that's my paper finish. We've got two completely different type of papers. It's gonna make fun backgrounds. So here's all the beautiful samples that Manda sent in my swatched into my traveler's notebook. And then we've got them all as well into the Rhodia, onto Rhodia paper, which you can see it's like so different. And then finally, but not the least, I'm gonna put this here. Any ways of using old envelope works for me. So I've got that. Put this here. Close this off before I make a boo-boo. And bring this along. So here we go. That's all the... I made a boo-boo here. I put ink. Okay, so these are all the wonderful samples that I was sent. Isn't it pretty? There's just... oh, I really love them. Really, really love them. So, in... this one for sure is an ink that I would probably consider. Just have to see how close that is to the other ones I have. I feel like I said, that it's really close to Ohio River. Let's just pull that one out just for the fun of it, just because that's what it made me think of. Well, they're close, but they're not that close either. I could justify having both. Pretty sure. And then this one, the California, is the other one that I would probably get. This is Emerald de Shiva. But this, yeah, they're different. They're not the same. Maybe this one, the Smoke in the Water. But this one is more green. This one is more blue. They're similar, but definitely more green, more blue. And I don't have really anything else that would compare to it. So yeah, and then there's definitely, so in all the inks, those are the ones that I would probably get. Let's see. I like Alaska, but I wouldn't necessarily get it. So for sure these. Probably Texas, just because it's a lot of fun. I like Idaho too, honestly. And I like that one. And they are different from the one I have. Yeah, they do look a little bit like some of them, but not enough to say that I couldn't justify it. So those would probably be the ones if I was to get some new inks, which I totally don't need. But yeah, those would probably be the ones I would get. So I'm curious to know which one would you get, and I hope you all stay safe and you had fun. If you made it all the way to here, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and that's it for now. Bye!